Roll the intro music.
Alright. We're good.
We're starting right now?
Dude, why do you do this every time? Yes, we're starting right now.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ram.
And I'm Lata.
And this is Two
Brown
and
Down. Oh, that's a thumbs up still. I'm sorry.
This is episode 23. The time is
14:51. And today is... It's April 4th, 2021.
Happy Easter.
Yay.
Let's drink. Don't worry, Jesus. Your party's going to be cool this time. Because we have some 19 Crimes Cali Red.
Yeah. Thanks,
like
Jesus.
that?
We have 19 crimes.
Yeah. Boom. Just like all your saints had. You know, sacrilegious. A little bit. So I know you were asking about this before we started, right? 19 Crimes.
Yeah.
Is based off the idea that if you were a really bad person in England way back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and you committed one of 19 crimes, any one of them, you didn't go to jail, you got sent to Australia.
Why?
And that's real. That's a true story.
Why Australia?
Because Australia was a barren wasteland
At the time?
at the time, yeah.
Oh.
And they're like, you know what? Fine. We're not going to send you to jail. We're going to send you to colonize this island for us.
Oh.
And that's your punishment. So, ha!
Interesting.
And now Australia is a fucking cool place
Yeah.
where a bunch of dangerous stuff lives. So, although this isn't a typical 19 Crimes, this is the Snoop Dogg Cali Red.
I heard there's a lot of hot chicks there.
What do you think, Snoop? So the other thing,
What?
but the thing is, the other thing about this wine is like you can pull your phone out and like scan it, and like a guy will come out from the bottle and is like, "This is the crime I've committed," blah 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 blah,
What?
and like talk to you. Yeah, that's like their whole part of their like branding, their like marketing scheme.
How would you do that?
You have to download the app.
Oh, you have to download an app to do it.
Yeah.
And then it scans what?
It scans the bottle. I don't know if this one does it, but usually you can choose a bottle
Interesting.
and then it'll like literally like VR type shit on your phone. Like you see the fucking front, only the front of your bottle start talking. It doesn't like take you to a video or anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So this one's you, Snoop, LBC.
How did you come upon this bottle?
They're at the store and they always have the strongest alcohol content out of any of the red wines there. And that is why I drink 19 Crimes. They're only like $15 a bottle.
More bang for your buck. That's interesting.
So, although you may not have known, we knew that we were going to get the COVID vaccine on Friday.
Yes, we did. We got Johnson & Johnson all up in this
J&J,
bitch.
baby. J of J, all up in us.
Yep.
How do you feel after that?
Honestly, a little sore in the butt for sure.
Is it because of the Five Guys? It's
No,
'cause of
I
the
didn't
Five
have
Guys, right?
I didn't have Five Guys inside me that day. No, my arm definitely was a little bit sore. The next day for sure. I don't know if it's because we consumed alcohol that night, but
It's probably because of the alcohol.
I definitely woke up like body aching and shit. Like my head was not in its normal place.
But you didn't feel like your DNA was changed or anything, which I
No,
know is a lot of big worry for you guys out there.
I'm not a zombie yet.
Hopefully.
65% chance of becoming a zombie
Yeah.
with Johnson & Johnson.
Well, cheers to this.
We gotta raise it up a little bit so they can see it.
Wait. Pinkies up.
Dude, touch fingers.
So when we went to
Are we
go get our
dying this?
vaccine... Oh, yeah, that's good. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
I don't believe you.
It is.
We went to go get our vaccine. We went at separate times, but ended up getting there like around the same time.
No, I got there a little bit late.
And then this motherfucker called me and was like, "Are you here yet?"
Okay, it wasn't like that, you fucking bitch. I didn't know that you were gonna get there at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, we might as well just go together. So because the line was long. It was like an hour
out of the park,
fucking
like
wait.
out into the parking lot. They closed down on Old Sears in a
Just
mall
for it.
to like set everything up. So then it was like through the Sears, well, once was the Sears, out into the parking lot.
Yeah. And it was fucking cold.
I think actually I called you, didn't I?
Yes, you asked me where it was.
Yeah, because I was like, is this in the fucking mall?
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, it's in the mall. Wait, are you here already? And that's when I decided, I was like, all right, I'll just wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up standing in line together. And we go through the whole line.
Oh, we're telling the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we get up, we like get inside the building and we go through another line and then you get to like the registration desk. Dude, on the podcast, kids watch this.
No, they don't.
Alright. Explicit content, kids.
It is, actually.
We get to the registration desk and me and him, they're like, are you guys in a group? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, okay, we'll send you guys to that table over there. And they send us down to the table. And one of the ladies looks up at us and she goes, okay, same last name? And we're like, no, not the same last name. We're just friends.
Yeah.
Hoping to be more.
Shut up.
All right.
That whole time, it just reminded me of that Vine. The two bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
That's why the table's so long.
Yeah. And then when I was getting, because he got his vaccine first, we were sitting next to each other.
Left arm.
And then I was going to get mine, and I was like getting ready for it, like just relaxing my arm. And then he goes, do you want to hold my hand? And I'm like, dude, get off of me. And
so we were saying like we were married jokes the whole time. I was saying we were married jokes.
Yeah, he was saying married jokes the whole time.
It's funny for me.
Yeah, for him. And I was like, damn, this is creating many, many jokes now for the future.
Yeah. Which we already started on the like short 5-minute car ride that he gave me back to my car because I was like parked on the other side of the mall. Have you listened to the new Lil Nas X song?
No, I have not. Wait, before we begin, Ram, what is our topic for today?
Fucking wait till we actually start. Right now we're going over current events.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, sorry. Might be, dude.
I guess this kind of coincides.
Whatever, dude. Whatever that means.
Have you listened to the song?
No.
Have you seen the video?
I've seen memes of it. Of like...
Do you want to watch the video now to see? Can we do that? So you just saw Call Me What You Want. I think that's the name of the song. Montero is like the actual name of the song.
Yeah, it was a good song. Very catchy song, yeah.
Very catchy song. It's a good song. I saw it for the first time the other day in my car. And not that I listened to Old Town Road or Lil Nas X before, but I was like, this is a good song. I like this song.
Yeah, I thought it was a good song.
What did you think of the video? Be honest.
I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it. And then we were watching it, you were bringing up the fact that when he was lap dancing on the devil or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly...
That's what everybody's, like, hooked up on.
But, like, what are they tripping
They're mad that he is, like... They're mad that he is glorifying the devil in a way. But then what does he do at the end of the video?
He takes his crown.
He fucking kills that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So...
But, I mean, it's not even... I don't know. I'm not that religious or anything like that. Either so way. I just see it as like a... Because, like, even TV shows and stuff like that, they have, like, shows about the devil or, like...
So, Lil Nas X, his big comment on it was, like, you guys don't like my 2-minute video, but there's 5 seasons worth of Lucifer.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's the show that I was referring to.
What's the difference between the two? I'll wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, I mean... And then I also said that, like, if it was someone else, if it was a woman doing that to Lucifer in the video, I feel like nobody would have been, tripping out about it. Honestly.
Mad about it, yeah.
Honestly. But
all we can hope for is your honesty here at Too Down and Brown.
You're fucking dumb. Are you drunk right now?
Dang it. Too brown
and down. I hate this guy sometimes. He asked me before, he's like, what's the title of the podcast again?
I never said that.
You fucking did.
I just say that to keep you on your toes.
Oh my god.
Call me what you want, dude. Whatever.
Okay. Well, I thought the video was good.
I thought it was a visually pleasing video. Also,
yeah.
Like,
interesting.
It's a cool video.
It's an interesting video.
Yeah.
I think that's how he is though. Like his videos are abstract and things like that. Because even the I can't remember what it's called.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, it
never
had
seen
like
that one.
aliens and shit on it too. It was just like
so that was pretty cool too. Then.
Yeah,
I might give it a watch then soon.
Yeah.
The I was looking at it, and I was like, dang. So this guy, the way I saw it was like this guy was in like the Garden of Eden, we'll say, and then like the devil, aka the snake, like tempted him into a specific act, and that's what condemned him to go to hell later on.
On a very long pole.
Yeah, on a very long There's been a bunch of TikToks where like somebody's walking up the stairs of heaven. It's like, I just don't understand why my friends can't get it. And it's like, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. And they're like, never mind, I'm going to go over there.
Oh my god.
Hi, Sunny. Sunny's here. Yay! Add in that stuff later.
I got you. Bark, bark. Like Goddard.
Dang, that's a big pool.
What?
From Goddard. That's from Jimmy Neutron, everybody.
It is. We were just talking about like old cartoons.
But if... So he like goes down to hell, and then he sees like the dude who tricked him, basically. And he's all like, no, I'm gonna kill you. That's how I took the video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You okay? What's up? I already took you pee.
I mean, was he the director of the...
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Maybe...
But I mean, I have to assume he had some like...
Yeah, his own input.
His input on how he wanted it. And
yeah.
then, like, somebody was there making it come true in a way.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's always people that don't like other people's artistic styles, so I mean it's just another form of art for people.
People act like this is the first time somebody's been like bashed on for being who they are. You know who Twisted Sister is? Anyways, segue into our next topic. That was good.
That was good.
That was a good job. Sorry I broke it.
I don't know.
Cancel culture. What do you know about cancel culture? Oh, that's what we're talking about today.
Whatever you tell me about it.
Cancel culture and double standards in our society. And really, stuff like this doesn't stop. You know, it's not like this is the first time something like this has happened.
Yeah.
Right? Before it was like 40 to 50-year-old moms saying like AC/DC and Twisted Sister and Judas Priest, like all those rock bands, like
they are the devil.
They're the devil, right? Yeah, fucking the Satanic Panic and all that shit was popping off.
Yeah. And
they weren't cool with that. And then all of a sudden now it's like 19 to 25-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah.
People who say like racial stuff.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you some pictures.
Did you already hit record?
Was I supposed to?
On
I haven't yet.
Yeah, hit record before you start doing all this stuff.
Where do I do this? How do I do that?
Did you go on settings? It's on the bottom. Scroll down. No, not that. Not, you're still moving it. Full screen this. Right there.
Record. Alright, dog. Can you stop, Sonny? Alright. I'm gonna show you some guys.
Nice,
in
dude.
movies, right? And you.
Are you gonna actually show me?
Yeah.
Or can you? Okay. You should describe it. You just tell me who they are, because they're not gonna know who it is. If they're
no,
listening.
but you're gonna put it on there.
Yeah, but if they're listening.
Oh, okay, so this is the antagonist from Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay, sure.
Named Carter Verone, right?
Okay.
So, tell me what this guy looks like to you. Right?
Some normal white guy. Probably a businessman.
This
on
is
vacation.
The actor who plays Carter Verone. Cole Hauser.
Okay. Yeah.
The same? You feel like that's the same?
He's a little bigger now. Why?
He's supposed to play like a Hispanic Colombian drug lord.
Oh, is he?
In the movie, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's supposed to play Carter Verone, you know, dog.
He just literally just like a. He looks like
maybe
we'll
look at
a white businessman like at a stock. No, he does not look like a Hispanic drug lord though.
That's what he's supposed to play.
Why you? No, definitely not. What the fuck?
Well, anyways, this guy is of Irish descent.
Okay.
and he is famously known for playing a part in Good Will Hunting. I think you've seen that movie.
I have.
We'll go on to our next one. Mr. Unioshi.
Oh my god. Is he okay?
He's from this movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
Right? And
yeah.
This is the guy who actually plays him.
Why? Wait, what?
Yeah. So he's supposed to play a Japanese character. This was made in 1961. He's supposed to play a Japanese character.
Why did they decide to use that white guy?
That's the question. Because it was 1961, and that's what they did back then, right?
Okay.
And that's Mickey Rooney.
That's kind of reminding me of.
You ever seen Nightmare, or not Nightmare, but Night at the Museum?
Yes.
The little old short security guard who's like, I'm a fucking scrappy guy.
Yeah.
That's the same guy. Right?
Oh, okay. It's kind of like reminding me of when Tropic Thunder with
I've heard of that movie.
when they had what's his fucking name? Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Tony Stark played a black man. It's just something like very off the wall, like it's not really related, but then they attempted and they try it.
So here is.
No, I'm not looking.
Oh, they ruined it, but this is from this movie called Short Circuit, and this is an Indian guy.
Yeah.
Actually played by this guy right here.
That's not an Indian guy.
So Ben Japutuya to Fisher Stephen.
What?
I'm bringing this up because... Are you about to ask me why am I saying all this?
Yes.
I'm bringing this up because I feel like if people were to try and do this nowadays, maybe more specifically with the Mr. Unioshi.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That not a lot of people would be okay with it.
Yeah.
So that begs the question of what has changed from then till now.
I mean, I'm just gonna say what everybody's thinking is people got so fucking sensitive in this generation.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm just gonna use the example of when fucking this generation was trying to call out Eminem when he made those songs, or they were like bashing him on past songs. I think it was like the Rihanna song that he had.
Yeah. So the definition of cancel culture is a modern form of ostracism, same thing that killed the Jews. Just saying. In which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online, on social media, or in person. Those who are subject to this ostracism are said to have been canceled. The expression cancel culture has mostly negative connotations and is commonly used in debates on free speech and censorship. So basically what you have going on now is people don't like what people are saying or what people are doing because they deem it offensive.
Yeah.
Maybe not even to them specifically, but to a group, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, those people shouldn't be in the limelight anymore. Those people shouldn't be allowed to create content, whether it be music or movies or whatever. When in the 1970s, you have guys like Roman Polanski, admitted child rapist, still makes movies.
Oh.
What do you have to say about that, Sonny? That's right, nothing, because she's a dog.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. I mean, have they not heard... What the hell? You good?
Yeah.
Have they not heard... I mean, I feel like if they were to watch Dave Chappelle's first fucking thing...
Right.
They would go off the wall.
Fucking Ted Bixby or whatever his
yeah,
name is?
or fuck the... Is that the one where he plays a KKK member? A blind black man?
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
So with stuff like that, and I think even stuff with Eminem, people fail to realize, like, that stuff is supposed to be, like, crass and, like, offensive. Like, it's not supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's not supposed to cater to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody just wants to be, like, everything is, like, and a little bit, like, just nice stuff. Like a little match with the magic wand on top of it. Like, all right, well, that's nice for human consumption. And that's nice for human consumption. Obviously, in this podcast, neither of us agree with this idea of like, oh, we don't like what they said or did, and therefore we should get them off
the fucking social media.
Obviously,
and things like that.
Guys like Bill Cosby who drugged women back in the 70s and fucked them,
that's
like,
different. I feel like there's
anybody who's a rapist in any sort of circumstance. Not okay.
I agree with that. I think there's a line, but I mean, like, I think some people are just getting way too sensitive in certain things.
About where that line should lie, right?
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of just blurring up that line. Because, I mean, it's like, I get it. There's, like, the past, you know, it was different at the time, and people were okay with different things to be even film or like put out in TV and stuff like that.
Like back when Breakfast at Tiffany's was made, like everybody thought that character, and he's a comedic character in that movie. Like, they thought he was hilarious.
Yeah,
like he was so funny. But everything in that movie that he does like plays to the Asian stereotype.
Yeah, but I mean they still use those stereotypes regardless what anybody says. You're still gonna see an Indian taxi driver. You're still gonna see a fucking Chinese man at a mart or like at a grocery store or something like that. At like their little own hole in the wall marts.
Yeah.
You know, they're still doing these. What's it called? What is the word?
You're still
stereotypes. You're still doing the stereotypes. But I mean, I understand.
Think it's better if they use actually an Asian actor in that scenario?
I mean, regardless of the fact, they're still using stereotypes. Because even in the show Aziz Ansari, like they still have those stereotypes. But I mean, they use it in a comedic way.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's what they thought they were doing. I'm just devil's advocating right now, but that's what they thought they were doing
back in the day.
Back then,
yeah.
Like, I mean, we're using the stereotype. We put some buck teeth on this guy, and that's like World War II shit. Like buck teeth on Japanese people, like that's like old, non-true stereotypes, but that's like old propaganda, like World War II stuff, like coming into the 1960s where everybody was like understanding it like that, so they were okay with it. We're like, oh yeah, I mean that's how they've always been portrayed.
Yeah.
And then you meet Japanese people now, and they're like,
hey, they make the best animes out there. So
they only make the only anime. That's what makes it. Anime. Yeah,
that's true. But I don't know. I feel like the kids these days they're just very sensitive. I don't know if it's because I'm a millennial or something like that, but I am a millennial.
So you're claiming that age group?
Yeah, 1996 and after is fucking millennials.
What am I then?
Pussy.
We were born in 1994.
I know. And before that. I'm sorry. My bad. Before.
You gotta start.
I actually looked this up many times.
The age it starts with is like 1980 something.
Yeah, I'm like at the fucking end. I'm at the end. But I mean, it's like I only bring it up because who's that? Doc was trying to be like, no, I'm not. I'm a millennial. Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. And he was born on 96. And I was like, damn it.
Okay, it does a breakdown right here. Baby boomers. From 1946 to 1964. Gen Xers, 1965 to 1980. Millennials, 1981 to 1996. And Gen Z, 1997.
Apparently they have like a middle one for Gen Z. It's like there's another one that just came up that it's in between Gen Z and then the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another one. I can't remember what it was called. But I mean, I don't know. I think people are definitely getting way too sensitive because I mean it's just normal. It's not normal, but I mean it's like.
So do you ever watch old movies or shows and you're like,
there are some.
Probably wouldn't be okay today.
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely some scenes and things like that in the older movies for sure.
They were bashing white chicks for a while.
Because they're portraying as white chicks.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, this movie only could have existed in that time frame that it came out. Like,
yeah.
It wouldn't have been okay. But the movie is comedy gold.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely.
You get like Terry Crews introduced to you, where he's not just like some thugged out black guy. There's some depth to his character, even though he's just like a frantic football player.
But I mean, they definitely played the role of a white chick very well.
And that's where those stereotypes come into play, where it can work both ways.
Yeah.
But then.
Oh, Sunny.
Okay, sorry.
What's up, dog?
I'll give you scritches.
Okay, what other examples do you have? Do you have any more examples?
Yes, I do. Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
He was pulled into the cancel culture movement for his alleged
domestic violence.
Yeah. And then
you gotta lean towards the.
Sorry, I'm petting the dog.
Yeah, very good.
And then
it's my podcast now.
Bye. It came out that so everybody was like on this train to fuck up Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Right? And then it came out that like Amber Heard, his wife, was the one who was actually the abusive one.
Yeah.
And there was like a back and forth, and then
oh yeah, I remember that.
Everybody was mad because Amber Heard kept all of her jobs, even though it came out she was the one who was doing the physical abusing. Like, proven in court. She was like, yeah, I might have done some of that stuff, but whatever. And meanwhile, Johnny Depp lost all of his parts.
All of them.
Like, for everything, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just trying, like, to continue my career.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loves Johnny Depp. You got fucking
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands, Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah.
Blow.
Oh, yeah.
He's in a lot of movies.
He is.
Transcendence.
Sure. Yeah. I know this isn't cancel culture, but I remember watching a TikTok where this chick was like watching a scene from Scooby-Doo, and like Shaggy was walking by, and then like he just sees a group of people, and he's like, and they like the camera turns to them, and it just looks like a lot of potheads, and he's like, oh hey, what's up, man? And I'm just like watching, like, yo, I didn't realize that
in the real
shit.
show?
It was in the movie.
In the real movie?
Yeah, in the movie.
Like in the early 2000s one?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
I was like, oh my god, the adult jokes that I never caught.
Dang.
That's pretty funny.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, he was just like, he like sniffs in the air, I'm assuming from the odor of the cannabis.
Yeah, and you're just thinking like, oh, they must have really good food on there. As a kid.
Yeah.
Like, dogs love food.
Oh my god. No, Shaggy, not Scooby.
Potheads still love food.
But yeah, that's what I found that funny.
But even stuff like that will come up and you'll be like, oh my god, is that okay? Like, people will say, like, there was, I know we've talked about it before, but people getting on Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
For playing his part in Tropic Thunder, like you said.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were just like, nah, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Same with Eminem. A whole bunch of people that grew up with Eminem,
yeah.
they defended him for sure.
He
even fucking put out another song, just saying, I can't remember what it's called. Tone Deaf, I think is what it's called.
Was it?
Yeah. To like basically call out all the haters and shit. Like, he doesn't hear them. He just fucking does what he does.
And I think, like,
Fish hook you, dog.
Even if he was like working through like his own emotional stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
At that time, so I mean, at that point, you're just trying to put a cap on his like own creativity, I guess is the best way you can put it. Like,
yeah,
it's not like he's like, I'm gonna make a song about setting a house on fire with a girl in it. Like, that just came up while he was making that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't his goal to like, what's it called? Glorify women beating. Not at all.
Yeah.
But that was the tone he had set in his head in that time frame. And I think I read this article. Oh, I know I read this article one time about him saying how, like, if his daughter was to date a guy and the guy was like, oh, dude, I like listen to your music all the time. He's like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that because I was saying some pretty wild shit back then. Like, I was a crazy fucking guy. I don't think I'd be okay with my daughter dating a dude who's like, oh yeah, I fucking love your dad's music.
Yeah.
Because Slim Shady was a wild, wild man.
I mean, he still makes good music.
You want some wine? Just kidding.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
So have you faced any sort of, or realized any sort of cancel culture things because there's a bunch of stuff. There's always stuff on Twitter.
I don't go on Twitter. I'm sorry.
Me either. I just go on Imgur.
Imgur? What's that?
Imgur?
I don't know what Imgur is.
Imager to the non-informed.
I don't know what that is.
Like, I saw this one the other day. It wasn't cancel culture based, but it was talking about Gwyneth Paltrow. You know who that is?
No.
She plays Pepper Potts in Iron Man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, she was saying how she likes to start off her mornings with a nice tall glass of alkaline water with a slight lemon twist in it.
Okay.
And then somebody commented, like, if you're putting lemon twist in your alkaline water, that's literally defeating the purpose of it being alkaline water.
Yeah.
And they're like, that just shows, like, no matter
what you do.
People will just follow because you're a celebrity. Like, you're not really putting anything out that's special or anything like that.
Well, I mean, the hate on the internet has been a thing ever since the internet was created. So I think that I'm honestly going to go back to the fact that everybody is still going through this COVID pandemic, that everybody is stuck at home, has no fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
So they have this time to look up all this bullshit and
just
put their opinions out and things like that. Yeah, so I think that's another reason why this cancel culture is kind of like, I feel like it's
blowing up more.
Yeah, so. Blowing up more because people have the time to do it. Like, if people were working, I feel like, yeah, you'll see it on the news or something like that. But
going out even.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like this cancel culture thing is just blowing up because of COVID. But I mean, like, because, like, Tropic Thunder was an old movie.
Old. Like, I saw that when I was in high school with my dad in theaters.
Yeah.
Back with an old sentence, right? Back when theaters were...
Yeah. So, I don't know. And I honestly, to me, surprisingly enough, like, this Gen Z generation, because, I mean, these kids are mainly born from millennials and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised on how sensitive they are.
And I saw...
If they're fucking our kids.
Yeah, and I was like, how did a whole generation that grew up on Family Guy and South Park...
Yeah.
End up being so sensitive once they got to adulthood.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's really like a comment on like, oh well, they just grew up so they started figuring out for their own like what was right from wrong. I think there's like that small fraction like you were talking about between a millennial and a Gen Z that like they didn't feel comfortable with that, and now that's like bleeding over into the newest generation. And I was talking to somebody on our ship the other day. And for a lot of issues we were talking about, I was just like, yeah, dude, for most of that stuff, I just, like, don't care. As long as you're not, like, trying to directly hurt somebody or their feelings, like, I can take a joke with the best of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I like I was saying earlier, there's definitely that line. Because, I mean, obviously... Here in Two Brown and Down, we don't support any of like those hatreds or domestic violence or or racism or things like that. But I mean, it's come to like the time now. I feel like it's been blowing up, especially on social media and on the news. Like, you know, racism and all those kind of things is just everywhere now. But I mean, I feel like when it comes to like music or to like movies and things like that, it's just like, you know, it's just someone trying to express their artistic, you know, values and things like that.
So have you ever heard of Song of the South?
No.
It's an old Disney movie that like...
Disney movie?
You know Splash Mountain?
Yeah.
You know like the whole theme of Splash Mountain?
It's like a train ride in the mountains, isn't it?
It's like...
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain, yeah.
No.
You're thinking of Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain is like the log ride.
Yeah, with the big drop at the end.
And then it has like the fox and the bear in it, and you're all like, what the fuck is this movie? Or what the fuck is this? Like, I've never seen this anywhere.
Sure.
It's from an old movie called Song of the South. Made in like the 1960s.
Okay.
And that movie didn't have like undertones, but had like racial overtones. Where it like played into all those stereotypes to the point where not even recently, but since like the early 2000s, Disney hasn't even like claimed that movie. They're like, nah, we don't.
Oh, really?
We didn't make.
Oh, really?
Nah, we we don't do that movie. That's not our movie. You know what I mean? Like, it was ours back then. But that was, like, back then us. You know, not like now us. And so, like, people have, like, there's I would say, a distinct barrier between, like, realizing the wrongs that you've done if, like, maybe a movie was too racially charged, and just, like, people who can understand satire.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just not well versed in sarcasm, and that's why they don't get it.
What was that movie? You watched it on deployment with the ETs.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Blazing Saddles has high racial overtones in it. But it's done in the sense of satire, where, like, the people in the movie, it's not that they felt uncomfortable doing the stuff that they were doing in the movie. It's like, they got it. It's not supposed to be serious. It's not supposed to be like, oh, this is how black people were back in, like, the frontier age of America. You know what I mean? It's supposed to point out discrepancies in history in a comedic way.
Yeah. I haven't.
But I was honestly watching that movie and I was like, dang, this movie's super racist. But also super funny. Yeah. You ever seen it?
I've never seen it,
It's very funny.
Yeah, I probably should watch that.
There's this part in
maybe it's an HBO Max. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So the whole premise of the movie is this town is, like, overran by outlaws, and the governor is trying to get the townspeople to sell their town so they can build a railroad through there. Right? And so, in order to try and get them to sell their town, he's like, you know what I'll do? I'll send a black sheriff to go, like, be their sheriff.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, don't do that. He touched my foot.
My bad, dude.
So he sends a black sheriff over there to go, like, take care of the town, thinking that the people will just be like, oh, we can't handle a black sheriff. We're out of here. And everybody moves out and then they sell the town, no problem. But then the guy comes in, teams up with one of the like, outlaw shooters that was in the jail, and, like, cleans up the town basically and makes it a better place.
Oh.
So I think that's, like, if you just watch the first 30 minutes of it, you're going to say, like, oh, this movie's really racist. But if you can watch it all the way through, or when you watch it all the way through, rather, you realize that, like, it's less about, like, him being black, just everybody hating him, and more so about, like, even though he's black, these people can, like, set aside their differences about him and continue to grow as a town and grow as people and, like, accept him and, like, rely on him to be their sheriff.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, nah, we can't trust him still.
Living past his skin color and things like that.
Exactly.
Wait, Sonny.
I mean, Mel Brooks is a satire/parody genius.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of his other movies?
What are some other movies?
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights I've seen. Yeah.
Spaceballs is another Mel Brooks movie.
Spaceballs.
And so, like, Blazing Saddles is, like, one of his early ones, like, in the... Oh,
what's
my
wrong? God. Sorry, guys.
You went pee already? See your lips tucked?
Yeah. Ooh, she's doing the TikTok thing. But,
Pause.
Pause?
Yeah, sorry. Said it.
Alright. I fucked up, guys. I'm sorry.
Action?
Yeah, that was my action sound.
I'm doing a hashtag cancel Ken.
I fucked up, you guys. I definitely fucked up. You're not going to notice if I recorded it in... Or you're not going to notice if you're just listening, but the video, I fucked it up. I recorded us not doing anything. But anyways, so what else about this cancel culture, Ram?
I mean, I think I just would like to hit on the way it affects society more so. Because we know what it is now. We've had examples, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't think it affects anybody independently. I don't think it affects you directly. I don't think it affects me directly. It definitely doesn't affect Sunny.
Nice.
In any capacity.
Yeah.
Because she's a dog.
Yeah.
But, like, how do you think? Is there pros to it? Is there cons to it? What do you think?
Well, so I feel like for the people wanting to cancel somebody or something like that, when it comes to like racism and when it comes to like, you know, talking about domestic violence and things like that, I feel like it's always going to be there regardless of what anybody says. Okay. Racism, domestic violence being stereotypes and things like that. But I think there's that line where it's to the extreme, like the training that we got from the U.S. Navy about extremism.
Yeah.
So I think it's like there is a time where it's like, you know, like a slight joking around and things like that is okay. But when you go too far, when you take different actions where it does affect people, where it hurts people, or you can kill somebody or in any way,
make people feel worse about themselves,
feel horrible, make the person feel like depressed and things like that.
Good satire is based on the fact that it's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, it's not 100% true, sure, but it's true enough to where you're like, oh dang. Like any joke you hear in a stand-up routine is like not 100% true. Yeah. But it's true to the point where people can be like, oh my God, it is kind of like that. Yeah. It's funny because it's true type thing.
It's there's that line where you're going to the extreme and where it's just into like a little joke or something like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like people now, oh my God, what did I just do? Well, I feel like people now are just kind of taking everything to where they seem it's extreme or, oh my God, you can't say things like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But obviously back then they had different standards and things like that. They weren't really too worried about people like how they are now. But I feel like there's a point where you can go too extreme and there's a point where it's just a joking thing. And obviously it just depends on the person. Like you have to feel how that person is.
So then if
before you can do something.
Are you saying that somebody should have to read a crowd or read an audience before they can say?
I mean,
because then the argument is like, well, if I had those thoughts swirling in my head either way, I'm just choosing who to say those to. Wouldn't that make me a racist? We'll say, in general. If I think that stuff's funny anyways, but I just choose who to say those jokes to.
I don't know.
And see, and now it becomes like a morality / moral question.
Because you can't really do that when you make a movie or when you make a show or when you make a song. You know.
You ever seen BlacKkKlansman?
Yeah.
So that movie is, I don't think by any means racist, but it's hitting on a lot of like notions of like how contorted the world can be, as long as you put out like a perceived reality, where like this dude was pretending to be a Klansman over the phone and then would send somebody else in, a white guy, to the actual meetings and shit. You know what I mean? And then the Klansman the whole time didn't know the person they were talking to on the phone was different from the person they were talking to
in person.
Yeah. And so like those people could have felt duped or whatever, like tricked about what was going on. But then it brings in the whole question of like, or the whole idea behind like, well, they just thought they were talking to a white guy, so they thought it was okay. If they knew that was a black guy who called their phone, they obviously wouldn't.
Okay, how about this? I feel like if you want to put something out, if you want to put music out, movies, you know, your own opinion out there, you have to be prepared that you're going to get flamed or in any way get bashed by social media or the internet.
There's always going to be
trolls. Yeah, there's going to be haters, trolls, whatever it is. Regardless if they even believe whatever you're putting out or if they don't, there's somebody going to be out there just going to fucking troll you regardless.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put anything
just
out,
to get a rise out of you.
Yeah. But I mean, for example, like Eminem, like I feel like he just does what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Whatever. He knows that he's not inspiring to create hate or on a race or on somebody or cause domestic violence. He's just putting out what he wants to put out.
What's in his own head.
Yeah. And whatever people take from it, that's their own decision, you know, as a person. And
in turn, their own problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, that was a long one. It was like a... drum.
All right, well, that was episode 23 of Two Brown and Down. Thank you guys for listening. Again, if you guys want to catch us on our social media, I am wheresKen on YouTube, Twitch, and something else. Oh, and TikTok, but with 2 N's at the end for that one. And BrownieKen on Instagram.
And I'm just Jamararam. JAMARAMARAM.
Nice. On Instagram.
If
you guys also want to follow us on our Two Brown and Down Instagram, it's Two Brown and Down, no spaces. And also I have Discord, where you can actually put in your suggestions of topics that you want to listen to. Like, if you want us to talk about something specific, you can put it on there. Or, you know, a song that you want to hear me cover, or something that you want Jamararam to talk about on the podcast. The Discord is going to be in the link down in the description down below.
And I'll also be posting movies that you should watch.
Yeah.
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 It's good stuff.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, see you.
Okay, see you.